Schopenhauer's wisdom. Why pretending to be foolish might be the smartest move. There is nothing a man takes more pride in than his intellectual ability. It is this very faculty that grants him his dominant position in the animal kingdom. However, it is extremely unwise to let someone realize that you are decidedly superior to them in this regard, especially if others also notice it. This often stirs resentment and the desire for revenge. Intellectual ability, one of humanity's most cherished qualities, elevates us to the top of the animal hierarchy. Yet, it can also be our greatest trap. Schopenhauer, toward the end of his life, dedicated himself to offering practical advice for everyday living. Among these pieces of advice is one that may be hard to swallow, but is crucial. Pretend to be foolish. Schopenhauer discusses the ignorant masses versus the genius and how this genius should behave in society. It may sound strange, even offensive, but Schopenhauer's point revolves around surviving in a world where envy and resentment can become dangerous foes. Before we dive into this fascinating topic, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. When a person of great intellect is forced to mingle with intellectually less fortunate groups, the best course of action, according to Schopenhauer, is to feign stupidity. He even suggests that it is a genuine recommendation to act foolish. Just as warmth is pleasant to the body, the mind benefits from feeling superior, and man instinctively seeks company that grants him this sensation, much like approaching a fireplace or basking in the sun for warmth. The reason why pretending to be foolish is worthwhile is that intelligence in others evokes strong feelings of resentment and envy. To clarify this further, imagine you are conversing with someone less intelligent. Now, suppose the other person realizes that you are intellectually superior. What do you think they will feel? Respect? Admiration? Perhaps. But it is far more likely they will feel envy, which can quickly morph into rancor and hostility. Worse yet, they may not even be consciously aware of these feelings. This petty reasoning is widespread and often triggers the bitterest emotions of hatred and resentment. If you're watching this video, chances are you've witnessed someone exhibiting this mindset or been dismissed for your intelligence, likely in school or at work. In such situations, the intelligent person hasn't done anything wrong. They've merely forgotten to pretend to be foolish, leading the other person to realize their own intellectual limitations. This realization stirs envy, which in turn fosters anger, even if only subconsciously. The same psychology applies when we feel envy towards someone who is significantly wealthy. It doesn't matter if that person worked hard for their wealth. The perception is that they possess something we don't. The same applies to intelligence, which is often viewed as something its possessor has no right to boast about. So, what can be done? Schopenhauer suggests that sometimes the best path is to pretend to be less than we truly are. It's not about diminishing ourselves, don't get confused, but about self-preservation. This idea isn't unique to Schopenhauer. Balthasar Gracian, in his work The Art of Worldly Wisdom, advises, "To be well liked, one must don the guise of the simplest of animals." The Art of Worldly Wisdom is a short but excellent book that I highly recommend reading. You'll find the link in the video description if you're interested. Schopenhauer learned the hard way to adopt the lesson of feigning foolishness. Look at the letter his mother sent him when he was only 19. All your good qualities are overshadowed by your superintelligence and rendered useless to the world merely because of your anger at wanting to know everything better than others, to improve and dominate what you cannot control. With this, you embitter those around you. The relationship between Schopenhauer and his mother deserves a video of its own. If many of you request it in the comments, I'll make one for you. Now, I leave you with Schopenhauer's final words on pretending to be foolish. These observations apply not only to advancement in political life, but to all competition for positions of honor and dignity, and even for reputation in the worlds of science, literature, and art. In learned societies, for instance, mediocrity, this very acceptable quality, is always at the forefront, while true merit receives belated recognition or none at all. That's it for now, folks. If you're intrigued by Schopenhauer's practical advice, don't miss our video on why geniuses are often perceived as lazy. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, leave a like and comment below. Your participation is essential for us to keep bringing you these videos. See you next time.